Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I hope y'all hasn't missed me. I know I haven't made a video in a really long time. That's just because I have like a really hard time figuring out what type of videos to make. You guys don't really give me suggestions, so don't be mad at me. But somebody had said something and they were just like, hey, why don't you make your first fight video? So I was like, oh yeah, I got a lot of those. Like, I got a lot of those. This video is not going to be my first fight per se in general. That's going to be a different video, which is also really good. This video is going to be something else. It's going to be the first time and the only time, hopefully the only time, that I fought a cop. Yes, I fought a cop, and you know, I'm not even going to jump the gun. I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. So let's just rewind the time frame. Picture me, 15-year-old Janelle, look exactly the same, like literally exactly the same. And I just came to Georgia. I just enrolled in high school. I'm a freshman and I'm bored AF. Like, if you know Georgia, you know that it's either Atlanta or it's bushes. And I lived in the bushes. Like, Georgia's 95% bushes. So we live in the bushes. I don't have a car because I'm only 15. I don't even have my permit yet. I don't have a license or anything like that. So what is there to do when, you know, you're a kid and no one's around? Nothing. You don't do a damn thing because no one's here. So at this time I was like brand new here and I didn't really have any friends because I was kind of stink. I'm not gonna lie, I was really stink. I was really like, y'all are all hillbillies, y'all are all like country, I want nothing to do with y'all. Like, I was like one of those New Yorkers. I was just like, I didn't want nothing to do with anybody. So I was just like, I kept to myself, which I had no problem with. I was completely fine with that. So me being super bored, I started to get a little mischievous. Mind you, when I was in New York, my parents like gave me like leeway to like basically do whatever I wanted to do. Like, I was a pretty responsible kid. Like, I was able to take the train anywhere or take the bus anywhere. Like, I can go wherever I wanted to go. And yeah, like, that's how it worked. Like, if I wanted to go downtown Brooklyn or go to Manhattan by myself, I can do that as a 14-year-old. Like, it's that easy. So my parents gave me like a lot of freedom when I was in New York. When we came to Georgia, I had no freedom, like none. I still don't understand that because my likelihood of being in danger in New York is like up here, and the crime level in Georgia is like not even existent. Like, it's down here. Anyway, so I'm in the house by myself. My mom is at work all the time. At the time, she was working at the hospital, and she would have these crazy hours. Like, she would, when I'm like waking up to go to school, she wouldn't even be there, and when I came home, she still wasn't there. She wouldn't come home till like 10 o'clock at the nighttime. So it was really crazy because I would barely see her except for on the weekends, and I didn't really have any siblings around at the time. Way earlier when I came to Georgia, I had siblings, but after that I didn't have any siblings. So I'm in the house by myself. My dad's not here, my sister's not here. It's just me by myself. So of course I'm getting bored of watching TV and being on the internet, and I'm just like, just looking around, you know. I started like walking around the subdivision, seeing what there was to do, and then I remembered that my mom had a spare car. So I was like, oh, okay. Like, at this time, like, my parents both had 2 cars and all that kind of crap. So I was like, okay. So I remember looking for her keys, and I found her keys, and I was like, hey, like, let's give it a test drive. Like, who's here to stop me, you know? Like, who's gonna know? Each day I would try and back the car out of the garage a little bit because the garage had a really tight frame. It was really small. And I would try and get it out every single day, and every day I'd fail because I don't know how to drive a car. I don't have my license or anything like that. And one day I finally got it out. So I was like, oh, I got it out. And the only place I knew of was Hamilton Mill, and it was like a small shopping area kind of far from my house. So I was like, let's just go there. So I went there, and I was like, oh, look, there's a Kohl's. So let's just go in Kohl's. So I went in Kohl's. Mind you, one key important thing that I did not mention about myself at the time, I was a little thief. Like, you couldn't keep anything away from me. Like, I'll steal it all. I was just a scamming ass bitch. Like, I just stole everything. I was so bad. Like, I would steal so much to the point where it didn't even make any sense. Like, why are you stealing this stuff? Like, you literally have money. Like, why are you stealing this? I don't know, call it a little preteen rush, adrenaline or whatever, but yeah, I was a scamming asshole. Like, I was just stealing stuff all the time when I didn't need to because I always had money in my pocket, so why are you stealing? Anyways, So I went to Kohl's, and I was like, oh, okay. At the time, big purses were like new, and my purse is nice and big and empty. So I went into Kohl's, and I was like, oh, mind you, it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, school's let out, and there's like really like no one in Kohl's. So I'm thinking, oh, okay, maybe I could steal some stuff here. So this is when Avril Lavigne clothes was popping. So I'm just like, okay, so I'm just like taking stuff, not looking at the price tag, just snatching whatever is in my size. And I go to the fitting room and I shove everything in my purse. Like a little, I was a little hood rat, like, stole everything. And I came out the fitting room and I walked out, looked around. I'm pretty confident in myself, so I'm not even stunting. Like, I already knew the tips and tricks. I'm not like gonna make myself look suspicious and come out with no clothes. I had a few clothes, you know, and I'm not necessarily looking around to see if anyone saw me. Like, I'm just like acting like, oh, these clothes didn't work out for me, I'm just gonna put them back. And then I walked out the door and I jumped in my car and I sat there and I was like, I stole this shit. I stole it all. I didn't pay for a goddamn thing. I was so like, whoa, like I couldn't believe I stole so much stuff. Boy, that was just the end. Like, that was just the beginning of the end right there. After that, I went back to school with my new threads on. Like, I got new clothes. I'm feeling good because I didn't pay for none of them. And I'm feeling good because in high school, I was kind of like one of the best dressed people. So, you know, you got to keep it lit all the time. You got to be like, you know, your level got to be up here. Nobody can touch me. I remember just stunting on hoes. Like, it was a great time. So I came to school, I felt so good about having my own clothes because I would steal my sister's clothes all the time. So I felt really good at having my own clothes that were new, and everybody liked me and always said I was dressed really well. So anyway, at the time I had like 1 or 2 really close friends that when I just came to Georgia, and I'm not going to mention her name because the fake ass friends video is about her. Hey girl, you're fake as fuck. Yeah, she was my friend for 10 years from that point. And that's how I thought we were going to be really great friends, because of what I did for her next. So she came up to me and was like, hey Janelle, it's my birthday on, you know, March 5th. And, you know, yeah. So mind you, that might seem like a really simple thing to tell someone, hey, it's my birthday, which happens to fall on a school day. That might seem like something simple, right? No. At my high school, it is a big thing when it's your birthday. And if you have friends, your friends make sure that everyone knows it's your birthday. And they don't just like, you know, say it. They don't just sing happy birthday for you. They do the most, and they buy like 60 balloons. They buy you like 1 or 2 huge cakes, and they like put stuff in your locker, put stuff on your locker, make sure the whole entire school knows it's your birthday. Like, if your friends did not care about you, they're not doing that. You might as well not even have friends. You might not even tell nobody it's your birthday if nobody could go out the way for you like how you're supposed to do. Like in high school, it was a thing to do for, like, you were supposed to come to school empty-handed, like maybe a book or 2, but you're supposed to be dressed to the nines. Like, you gotta have 6-inch heels on, you gotta have your club dress on, like you've been to a club, like you have to look bomb. And your friends are supposed to like bring the huge Walmart teddy bear, all the balloons, the cakes. Like, you're supposed to be going home with a bunch of stuff. That's how you were like popular, you know what I'm saying? That was the thing to do. So me and my friend, we were kind of popular. Like, we knew a lot of people, but I mean, people didn't like me, but that's fine. But she was like, you know, everybody's friend. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna show you that I'm your #1 friend, and I'm new to the school too, so I'm trying to get myself known as well. So I'm like, I'm gonna make it lit. I'm gonna have all these stuff for her. I'm gonna bring the balloons, the cake, all that. So then I went home and I realized, hey, maybe I don't even have to spend any money on this. Me being the scamming ass hoe that I am, I was like, you know what? I got a plan. I got a plan. I was like, you know what? Girl, I'm gonna make it the best birthday you ever had. Like, it's gonna be so great. It's gonna be the best birthday them titties ever saw. I don't even know why I said that. I'm not editing that out. So, alright, so I get home, I'm just like, you know what, it's going down. No time to waste. I have to go to Kohl's. Again, mind you, this is the next day. So, mind you, just in case y'all aren't thieves like how I was, it's not good to like hit up a store, steal a bunch of stuff from them, and then go back there again and steal a bunch of stuff again, because they will know. So, the next day, I remember it was a Friday, so I stole shit on the first time on Thursday, and the next day was a Friday. So I went back there I went to a house and I was like, you know what, it's going down. So I like cleared my purse out, like made it super empty. I actually got a new purse to make sure I had more stuff in there. And I was like, yeah, this is great. But this time I planned it out. Like I planned to steal stuff. So I felt like really scared. Like I felt really weird about this. I had like the heebie-jeebies. Like I was just like, this don't feel right, but I'm still gonna do it anyway. Like that was when I was not really in tune with my intuition. So I didn't know what this feeling was, but I was like, I'm gonna fight it and go anyway. I'm heating up the car. I'm a pro at taking it out the garage at this point. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna bring the dog with me. My sister had a dog named Twix. Rest in peace, he died. But I decided to bring the dog with me because I needed a partner in crime. Like I was actually really nervous to do this because it just something felt wrong. So I brought the dog with me and he hates me. He hates me so much. I had to fight him to bring him to the car. So I'm ready. I'm like, you know, I close the garage door. I'm ready. I'm in the car. I'm backing out and the dog is just like hissing at me the whole time as if he knows what the fuck I'm about to do. Like, mind your business, dog. Like, you're here for support and you're not supporting me right now. So I got to Kohl's. I'm a pro at driving at this point, which I thought, and I park super far from the entrance. I don't even know why I did that, but I parked super far from the entrance and I leave the dog in the car. Mind you, it's not really cold or anything like that. It's like fall. Actually, it's not fall. It's March. So it's spring. I don't know why I just said that. But yeah, so I leave the dog in the car. So I have my very empty purse, which looks obviously deflated and flat. So I go in there, and as soon as I walk in there, there's this one guy. He's like kind of like trying to be inconspicuous, but he's not inconspicuous at all. And he's just like, hello. And I'm just like, hi. And then I go start picking up clothes. I'm not looking at price tags. I'm not concerned about anything what anything costs. Like I'm just like picking out whatever what might look good on her. I'm just like, this will be cute, this will be cute. I snatch everything and I'm trying to make it fast. I'm trying to make it quick as possible because I don't want to linger in there. So I just snatch a bunch of stuff and I hop into the fitting room. And at this point, I'm just like, who's gonna check me? I'm a pro at this point. I've been stealing since I was 3. I don't care what happens. Like, I don't care what happens, but I'm just like, nothing's gonna happen. Like, I'm so good at this. Like, I know all the cheat codes and all that. So I put everything in my purse, which obviously now looks really full, way fuller than it did when I came in there. And mind you, the whole time I'm picking clothes out, the guy that kind of like passed me when I first walked in there is like in the teenage girl section, acting like he's picking out clothes, kind of looking at me, kind of not. And I'm just like, okay, he's creepy, but he's probably buying something for his daughter. So I didn't think anything of it. Lo and behold, he was fucking LP. So an LP stands for loss prevention. So mind you, I take everything, I put it in my bag, and I'm feeling great again. So I'm just like, okay, whatever, time to go, no need to linger. Like I got everything I feel like I needed to get. So I'm walking towards the door and I'm feeling like, okay, like I know, you know, it's not gonna go off or anything, so I'm good. So I'm walking, I get out the door and I'm just like, I'm walking like 20 feet and I stop and I'm just like, success. And as soon as I said that, there was a big white man came up, not necessarily came up behind me, but he opened the door like that I just walked through and was like, ma'am. I turn around and he's like, and I'm just like, I literally go, damn. I literally do that. Mind you, this guy is 20 feet away from me. 20 feet away from me. He didn't even bother to walk through the door. He just opened the door and said this. Like, that's it. I'm far. And I'm just like, now that I think about it, I was like, I could have fucking ran. Who he gonna try and catch? Like, he was really big, like a really big guy. I knew he wasn't even gonna try and catch me, let alone walk through the door. So I was like, I could have ran. Like, why did I turn around and actually walk towards him? You know, like, that was dumb. So I walk back into the store and he snatches my purse immediately. Like, he immediately snatches my purse and I'm just like, so he escorts me to this room, like the LP room, like security room where you can like see all the cameras and stuff like that. So I'm just like, wow, like this happened. Never happened before, but here I am today. So I'm sitting down in the chair. He's going through my purse. He's taking all the stuff that I took. He's taking it out and I guess I don't know who he gave it to, but I guess he counted it up to see how much all of it was worth, and it came up to like over $300 worth of merchandise, which is a misdemeanor in Georgia. Oh, and he saw that I had like a lot of money, and he was like, you literally have $60 right here. Why did you steal all this stuff? And I was like, at this point I have an attitude, so I'm just like, how dare you catch me? Like, you think I'm gonna answer that question? Like, oh, okay, we'll see. And then after he counted everything up, he was like, well, this is like over $300 worth of stuff. I'm gonna have to call the police because you're going to get arrested. So I was like, wow, like this is ridiculous. Like, who getting arrested? Who getting arrested? Look at me and tell me who's getting arrested today. I had no plans on getting arrested. I didn't have time for that. I had to get ready for my friend's birthday. Nope, I'm good. I'm thinking in the back of my head, I can call my sister up and she's gonna take care of all this, because that's what she always does for me. She always takes care of like whatever situation I'm in. Like, since I was like a kid, she's always been taking care of my, you know, delinquency issues, because she's a delinquent too. I'm just kidding. So yeah, so I'm thinking whatever. But he calls the police, and I'm just like, oh, this is really happening. Like, I never had any altercations with the police before, but I know I don't like them. I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, no, I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. This ain't happening today. I have 100% confidence that I am not going down this way. Like, I know it's just not happening. So I'm sitting there and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna have to make a run for it. I'm gonna have to run. Just gonna have to run. Like, that's just what's gonna happen today. So mind you, it's a really small room, and I'm just sitting in the chair, and the door is like right there, and he's sitting right here. So I'm just like, he's not gonna try and chase me. Like, he's too big. Like, this is not gonna happen. Like, mind you, at this time I'm a track and field star, so I can just like, I can just run out like circles around him. Like, I'm good. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna have to just run. I'm just gonna have to run. But he kept staring at me, and he kept seeing that I was eyeballing the door, trying to figure out, you know, like, when's the best time to run, because the door was just wide open. And he saw me like staring at the door, so he was like, and he's sitting in the chair, which is really close to the door, and he slams the door, and he's like, you're not going anywhere, sweetheart. And I was just like, I was, at that point, all my confidence was gone. Like, I was just like, wow, like, what am I gonna do? So I was like, can I use the bathroom? And he was like, no, you can use the bathroom when the officer gets here. So I was like, wow, okay. At this point, I'm just like defeated. Like, I don't know what to think. But at the same time, I'm just like, maybe I can pull through. Because even if I did run, he has my ID, which has my address on it. He has my money. He has my purse. He has the car keys. Like, where am I going to go? Like, I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, so the cop finally got there, and he tells the cop that I need to use the bathroom. So I'm just like, wow, I don't use the bathroom anymore. Like how am I gonna escape a cop? So the cop takes me to the bathroom anyway. Mind you, the bathroom is all the way at the other end of the department store. Like, it's a huge department store. It's like a football field length department store. So I'm walking, he's walking behind me, and we finally get to the bathroom. I hop in the stall. He's outside, like, he's in the bathroom, but he's not in the stall with me. And I'm thinking, what am I gonna do? Like, how did I get here? Wasn't the plan. This isn't a plan. So I realized, you know what, I'm still gonna have to run. I'm not constricted, I'm not in handcuffs yet. I can literally still book it. Like, my anxiety and my adrenaline is rushing like past my head. Like, I am like, I don't even know, I can't even believe I can remember all this, because I was so hyped up in my head. Like, it was ridiculous. So I finally got out the bathroom. He was actually really nice. Like, he was cool, and he was kind of fine too. He was a cutie. He was 25-ish. He was like a new cop. So he's skinny too. He's really skinny. So I'm walking, and I'm thinking, damn, like, if I'm gonna run, I have to do it now. Like, I have to literally book it right now. And then we're walking, and we make a turn, and I was like, no, you have to run right now, because if you walk any further, you're gonna get further and further away from the doors. Like, there's no saving yourself once you get to past this turn again. So I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden in my head, like, before Shia LaBeouf even started like saying do it, I hear him in my head screaming, do it, just do it, just do it, just do it. And I just, like, I'm walking, and then I just, pew! Like, I don't even know what was going through my head, but I just, like, damn near broke my own ankles, curving myself so hard. Like, I just made a sharp right turn and ran through the clothes, and I just started fucking running. I just started running, period. Point blank, period. I just started running through the clothes. Like, And he's like taking a minute to like understand what's going on, because we were talking and he was cool and I wasn't disrespectful towards him. So he's like, wait, what just happened? Did she just fucking run? And I know this because he told me this afterwards. And then he just like kind of like, what the fuck? And then he just starts running too. So then at this point, it's a fucking foot race to catch me. So I'm running. And I kind of like get out of the clothes and start walking on like the pathway to like leave, which is long. Like, mind you, this fucking department store is a football field length. Like, it's long. I'm running. And everyone that's like, anyone that's there, which is all old people, they're all just like, and the cop behind me is running. And mind you, I feel like it was kind of like slow motion, because I'm kind of looking around me, I'm seeing my peripheral a little bit. I kind of turn back every now and then to see where he's at, and he's like a good like 5-6 feet behind me. He's really trying to catch up with me, and I'm just like, nah, it ain't happened, I'm good. Mind you, I'm fucking running like I've never ran this fast in my entire life, not even for like a track and field event. Like, I'm running so fast, and I just bust through the doors, like the front doors. I don't even know how, because I have no strength at all. I can't even open a door on a normal day. I'm super weak all the time. But I just like, I feel like I ran through the door. Like, I don't even know if I opened the door or not, but somehow I just went through that bitch. And I'm running, and I realize the fucking parking lot is also a football field length too. And I'm just like, how? So I'm running. I don't know what to do, because I don't have my keys for the car. So what am I gonna do with that? I can't stop and just hop in the car. Like, I literally have to book it and go into the bushes, which you don't want to go in Georgia bushes. They're full of ticks, mice. They're full of all kinds of crazy critters that'll eat you. Like, it's horrible. I didn't care at this point. I'm just like, no, I just need to make it to the bushes. Once I make it to the bushes, I'm good. Like, I knew I was good if I got to the bushes. So I'm running like, yo, dog, like, I really put my legs to use at this point. Like, bruh. I'm running, he's right on my tail. I'm running, and mind you, I have tunnel vision to get to the bushes. I'm just like, no, nothing's gonna stop me. This is a clear parking lot. No one's here because it's still early in the day. Everyone's still working. I had tunnel vision, and I didn't even see on my peripheral that a fucking minivan was coming. A bright ass red minivan was coming my way, and I didn't even see. And all of a sudden, like, she sees that the cop is chasing me, so she starts slowing down to see what's going on, and she stops right in front of me. Like, she stops right in front of me, like a couple feet ahead of me, and I'm just like, move, move, move. I'm running, I'm just like, move. And then I'm just like, fuck, like, I'm too close to the car, so I have to make a turn. And while I'm trying to like kind of like deviating my turn a little bit, that kind of slowed me down, because I wasn't sure what to do, and I had to like, you know, kind of like move to the side. And that was when the cop took the opportunity to just lunge on me. Like, that nigga just jumped. He jumped. It was like the movies, bro. Like, who does that? Who jumps? Like who? Why? Anyway, so he just jumps and he catches me by my lower waist, and he like floors me. Like, I'm on the ground. I don't even know how I didn't bust my front teeth. Like, I don't even know how that happened. So I'm on the ground, and he's trying to contain me, and I'm like, help me, like, to the lady in the minivan. She's staring at me. She has her 2 sons in the car that are just like baseball players, and they're all just like, what the fuck is going on? And the mom is just horrified, and I'm like, help me, help. Like, I have my hand out like this, help me. And he's trying to like put my arm behind my back and handcuff it. And then I don't know what happened, but I'm like looking at the face she's making at me, like this horrified look, like, what the fuck? I was just like, I don't know, something just clicked in my head, and I'm thinking, bitch, why are you looking at me like that? All of a sudden I just clicked. I'm just like, why is she looking at me like that? I'm a regular human being just like you. I just happen to be getting arrested in this moment. Help me or fuck off. Like, I don't know, I just clicked, and all of a sudden I just got mad. I just got livid, because I'm thinking, this cop on top of me is making me look bad in front of this white lady. I don't know why I was thinking that. I was just like, this cop got me looking bad. Like, he's on top of me. I look pathetic because he's like trying to handcuff me. In this moment, I was just like, no, it's not going down like this. I like turn around. I don't know how I did it, but I turn around, and then I start wailing on this dude. I'm just wailing, like, boop, 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 boop. No, you're not gonna arrest me today, bitch. Like, I didn't say all that, but I don't talk when I'm fighting. But I was just like, no. And I'm like kicking and screaming. I'm just like, boop, boop, boop. Mind you, when I'm fighting, I'm going for the head. Like, that's the only thing I care about is the head. So he, at first, like, mind you, he's a new cop. He's a brand new cop. So he's like, covering himself, he's shielding himself, because once again he's like, I didn't expect this to happen. So he's like covering himself, and I'm just wailing on him. I'm trying to get him off me because he's skinny like me, like he's small. So I'm just like, okay, I can probably win. And then I guess after a couple of hits, he was just like, what the fuck, I'm a cop, like I'm not gonna let this happen. So then he started like, he didn't hit me back of course, but he was just like kind of contain me, and I was screaming, I was like, no, like I was just being really dramatic. And then he finally fucking handcuffed me and just like pulled me up. So he was just looking at me like, he was like in my face like, are you crazy, girl? Like, what is wrong with you? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? What is wrong with you, girl? What is wrong with you, girl? Like, one of those speeches. I was just like, whatever. So after, you know, I can fast forward after that. He put me in the cop car. He was not even playing around no more. He didn't put me back in the store. He just put me in the cop car. And then I gave them my sister's contact number, because for some reason in my head I'm thinking my sister can still get me out of this situation. I just remember my sister walking up to the cop car, looking at me, and was just like, she was just like, what'd you get yourself into? What you doing? Anyways, so after that, she was really mad at me because they impounded my mom's car and her dog was in it, which no one knew. No one knew that the dog was in it. And she is so cutthroat for her dog. She was like, if they impounded Twix, I would have fucked you up. I would have beat your ass. I was like, but you ain't mad that an officer beat me up? But anyways, after that I went to jail and I went to juvie, and I saw a lot of my high school friends in juvie, so that was a good time. You know, I learned a couple of stuff. I learned how to put like jelly and bread together. Like, I didn't know that was a good combination. I didn't realize that. We had some interesting food in jail, let me tell you that much. But yeah, like that's pretty much the whole story. Like, the first time I got arrested, the first time I fought a cop, hopefully the only time I'll fight a cop, because this time I'm going to die if I try to fight a cop. Like, I'm not gonna have a happy ending like how I have now. I went to court. I had to stay there overnight, which was actually like, I had to stay there throughout the entire weekend till Monday, like, which I didn't even mind. And on top of that, I missed her birthday. So all of that for her birthday, which I ended up missing. Was it worth it? No. Yeah, I didn't tell nobody. Like, I didn't go to school after that. I was like, hey, sorry, I missed school. Like, was arrested. Like, I didn't even tell anyone. I was just like, I'm sick. I was sick. I was sick. And this is like my first time actually saying this story out loud. Like, yeah. So yeah, that was the story. I mean, I can talk about my first jail experience and how I did the most and told them how I was super suicidal, so they can, like, I don't know, I just was like giving them a hard time at jail. Like, I was just telling them all kinds of shit that wasn't true. When they did the psych evaluation on me, I was like, I'm suicidal, I'll cut everybody up in this bitch. And that just made me, they just put me on like intensive like isolation, and that was really dumb. So if you go to jail and they ask you if you're suicidal, don't say that. But yeah, that was pretty much the entire story, you guys. So that was me fighting a cop, which I won't ever do again, and I highly suggest you don't. Oh, also, after I went to court, boy, my mom and my sister wasn't even mad. They were actually really, really scared. They thought I was gonna be like, you know, put away in jail for the rest of my life. And I was just like, once again, I was in the same situation. I was like, why y'all crying? They were crying, and I was just like, why y'all crying? I'm gonna be fine. I was just like, I don't know why I was acting so hard. I don't like when I see people cry, so I start acting like really like rude. I don't know why, but yeah. And then the cop, he was like, I won't press, like, because the court gave him the option to press charges on me because I fought him and shit like that, and he didn't even fight back. He was just like trying to shield himself like a little wimp. Anyways, they gave him the option to press charges on me. He was like, no. He was really sweet. He was really attractive. He was just like, no, I'm not gonna press charges on her. The only requirement I have is for her to apologize to me and for her to join the track team, because she's fast as hell and she runs like a gazelle. I just remember him saying that, and my mom was like, a gazelle? Anyways, she was like, your ass is joining the track team since you want to run and steal shit. So he was actually really cool with it. Like, I don't know why. I don't know, new cops are weird. Anyway, so that was my entire story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. My next story is gonna be my first fight, which is like, I'm not even gonna tell y'all. It's that one's gonna be good. And yeah, so make sure y'all give me like suggestions on like what to make a video about next, or there will be large gaps in what, you know, in me making videos, because I don't sometimes my brain is just dry and I don't know what to make. Make sure you guys follow that, and make sure you guys follow my Snapchat because it's lit on there as always. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully this video won't be too long, so okay, bye. Let me tell y'all something. Rihanna is trash. It don't matter what a peasant like me thinks though. She's out here, she's slaying everybody. And she's making coins, and that's all that matters.